Right. Here, labor. What does mean labor? We know. What are the labors that do you know? ඒකෙත් ළමයි practically අපි labors කියලා කිව්වම සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අර low level එකේ labors ලව තමයි හඳුන්වන්නේ. Labors, they are labors. they are මොකක් හරි office එකකට ගිහිල්ලා ගත්තම they are labors. කිව්වොත් එතනදී හඳුන්වන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අර operation level එකේ labors ලා. අපි හිතමු MAS Brandix වගේ company එකක නම් ඇඳුම් මහන අයට කියනවා labors ලා කියලා. ඒකට මෙතනදී එහෙම නැහැ. econ වලදී labors කියලා කියන්නේ all the labors, right? If it was a director or operation level labor, all of them identified under labor. That means all the director කෙනෙක් ගත්තොත් mental effort එක වැඩි. එයා mentally තමයි mental effort එක වැඩි. So all the mental effort plus operational level worker කෙනෙක් ගත්තොත් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ physical effort එක වැඩි. And physical effort, mental and physical effort can be identified as labor, right? So what is labor? Mental and physical effort which utilized for the production process, right? So this labor cannot separate from the person, right? Labor effort cannot separate from the owner, right? Here lamai, labor is not the person who actually it is within the person, not the person, right? If person was there and the person was idea that if the person is not working, the labor is not there. No? If person was absent, or even though he reported to work, he is not working, there's no that labor power, right? So labor is not the worker, it is within that worker, that is the labor power, or effort would be the labor. හරිද? මතක තියාගන්න මේ ඔල්ලු ගෙඩිය නෙමෙයි මේ අපි පුද්ගලයා අපිට ෆිසිකල් දකින පුද්ගලයා නෙමෙයි labor කියලා කියන්නේ. එයාගේ effort එක තමයි labor කියලා කියන්නේ. But that effort cannot be separate from the owner, right? වෙන් කරලා ගන්න බෑ. And labor is heterogeneous. Heterogeneous mean එක වගේ නෑ. වෙනස් වෙනවා. එක්කෙනාගේ එක්කෙනාට වෙනස්. Differentiated. Right? And labor can be trained. There are few features of that. Labor is physical and mental, that means psychological effort of human used in production process. Used in production process. You need to tell this phrase for sure. That means everything used in production process. If there is labor but not utilized for the production process, that is not come under labor. right? Thus, labor is not the worker, but his effort is the labor. That's what I told you. Physical effort. If you identify what are the physical effort and mental effort, as examples for the physical effort, drivers, machine operator, carpenter. Here not entirely physical effort. දැන් අපි හිතමු driving කරද්දී physical effort එක වැඩි. හැබැයි යාගේ mental effort එකක් ඕනේ. නිකන් ඔහේ ගිහිල්ලා වාහනවල හප්ප මිනිස්සු මර යන්න බෑ. හරිද? එතකොට මෙතනදී physical effort එක වැඩි නම් වැඩි අයව තමයි අපි විතරට අරන් තින්නේ. හැබැයි මෙතනදී mental effort එක නැත්තේ නෑ. machine operator කෙනෙක් නම් ඔහේ නිකන් වැඩ කරන්න බෑනේ. යාට කල්පනා කරලා ඔළුව පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ. හැබැයි මෙතනදී එයාගේ physical effort එක වැඩි. Right? Mental effort. Architects, engineers, doctors. Right? So mental effort and physical effort can be separately identified within the labors. Right? If the majority would be physical effort, driver, machine operator, carpenter. As you can see, for the physical effort, the salary range also can be less. Right? If someone provides his or her mental effort for the production process, the salary range is high. That's why you are studying, right? That's why you are studying, because of you can provide your mental effort, not the physical effort, for the production process. Right? And then it is measured by labor time, right? Labor can be measured through the time. Labor can measure through the time, labor hours, labor days. So as you can see, in real world, laborers are getting paid for the day or for the hour or for the month, right? So there is an interconnection between time and labor, right? Interconnection between time and labor. So here, related concepts with labor. First one, a special characteristics of labor. First one, there are several special features or characteristics of labors compared to other factors of production. We'll see. First one, labor power cannot be separated from the worker, right? Labor power cannot be separated from the worker. Why? Because it's within the worker, effort cannot be separated. Next one, there is an interrelationship between time and labor. Why? Because time is the measurement of labor. If someone was working, he has to, when he received the wage, salary එක ගනිද්දී එයාට හම්බෙන්නේ daily wage එක, එක monthly wage එක, hourly wage එක. So there is a interrelationship between labor and the time. Next one, efficiency change from worker to worker, not homogeneous. That means heterogeneous, right? One worker, one labor is not exactly same with other. They are different, right? So according to that, we call they are not homogeneous. හැමෝම එක වගේ නෑ. Or we can use the word heterogeneous, විවිධයි. Right, next one. Live resources. Actually, labor is a living resources. And also, it can be regenerate, but still, we are not identify regenerate word in here because regenerate resources are under the land. Here live resources, that mean living being. Next one, unemployment leads to social problems. If there was any unemployment, right, it can be leads to social problems. Why? If an economy, in an economy, the unemployment, if unemployment was increased, there can be social problems. Murder cases would be increased. In actually in Sri Lanka, with the reduction of the GDP in past few years, most companies was closed, right? Most companies was actually bankrupt or closed. As a result of that, unemployment level has increased. Now we can see some sort of criminal activities in Sri Lanka more than past years. That's because of, with the unemployment, people don't have income, then they have to find any income level. And if some person doesn't have any job, he's mentally, that he or she will be mentally dissatisfied, then criminal activities will increase. That's why we call unemployment leads to social problems. මං කොල්ල කන්න පුළුවන්, මිනීම ගන්න පුළුවන්, ස්ත්‍රී දූෂණ ඕවා වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඇයි? unemployment එකක් තියෙනවා කියන්නේ ඒ මිනිස්සයාට කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. ඒ මිනිස්සයාට එක එක මානසික ලෙඩවල් හැදෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ මිනිස්සයාට ඉන්කම් එකක් නැහැ. කාගේ හරි බෙල්ලේ තියෙන චේන් එකක් හරි කඩලා ඉන්කම් එකක් ඒක විකුණලා ඉන්කම් එකක් හොයාගන්න try කරන්න. අනේ නිසා that's why we call unemployment leads to social problems. Labor can negotiate. Labor can negotiate. Other resources cannot negotiate. Why? Land cannot negotiate because it is not a living resource. Capital cannot negotiate. But labor can negotiate their salary or their benefits with the owner or the employer. And then related concept with labor. What are the related concepts with labor? First one, division of labor. What does mean division of labor? Assigning, I'll tell it first and we'll come for it later. Division of labor. It means when it comes to a production process, let's say there's a production process, one task need to be completed. අපි හිතමු ඇඳුමක් මහන වැඩක් කියලා. Right, so the production is ready-made garments. Ready-made garments. අපි ඒකට ගමු t-shirt එක. T-shirt. Okay. Then initially we have to cut the cloth. Right. First one we'll take steps. First step is cutting cloth. Second step is sewing them. Sewing clothes. Right. Third step is attaching. or attaching buttons and pockets. And finally, packaging. So the production of t-shirt can be identified as 4 separate activities. 4 separate activities. First one, cutting clothes with the kapana. Then saving clothes with the mahana. Then attaching buttons and pockets. Buttons and pocket sticker at allana. Finally, packaging. Assume. So this production can be done for one labor. මේක තනි ලේබර් කෙනෙක්ට කියන්න පුළුවන් ඔයා මේක කපන්න මුලින් ඊට පස්සේ මහන් දැන් ඕක අපි තුමු ස්මෝල් ස්කේල් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගෙවල් වල හරි කොහේ හරි අහල පහල ළඟ පාතක ඉන්නවා නම් රෙදි මහණෙක් කෙනෙක් එයා මොකද කරන්නේ එයා මේ ඔක්කොම තනියෙන් නේ කරන්නේ එයා මේ ඔක්කොම තනියෙන් කරනවා හැබැයි ඒක නෙමෙයි division of labor not the same person is not doing all the tasks of the production process. There are separate labors for this each activity. First labor will say Kanti. Kanti is the person who cut the production, cut the clothes, right? And then Amali. Amali is the person who swing the clothes. And then who? Soma. Soma is the person who attaching buttons and pockets. And finally, Saman. Saman is the person who packaging, right? As you can see previously, let's say in small scale, all the 4 tasks was done by let's say Kanti. Initially Kanti did the all things, right? Let's say Kanti is the owner. If the Kanti was the owner, that she did all the things by herself, right? But after the production getting expand, that she is receiving more and more orders, and then she realized she can't do all the things because it wastes time. She has to move within the different production activities, and she cannot be specialized. And now she realized she can do the cutting part, right? Or she can do the saving parts. That she was the owner. She can do the saving parts, Kanti. She needs someone to cut the pieces. She hired Amali. Amali for cutting the cut the clothes, and she is still sewing them. Soma is the person who attached the buttons and pockets, and Saman finally packaging and distribute them to the customer. And initially she was doing all the things, but now production process, because of the අපි හිතමු මේ කාන්තිට දැන් orders වැඩි වෙලා එයාට තනියෙන් මේවා කරන්න බෑ. Now what does she do? she separately identified the what are the main production activities in this production process and contributes and hand over them to each person, right? Allocate each person for that each activity. That is the division of labor. So what does division of labor means? The production process categorized for production activities and specialized person would be allocated for each task. We'll see division of labor. Assigning different parts of manufacturing process to different people in order to improve efficiency. Let's say previously Kanti was only produced one t-shirt, or let's say it's a, yes, it is t-shirt, or two t-shirts per day, because it's kind of complex situation, right? Because complex production process, one or two t-shirt only can be produced per day. Let's say 5 t-shirts was produced because Kanti Dakshya. Kanti produced 5 t-shirts per day. But with labor special division of labor, මෙයාට කපාගෙන යන්න තියෙන්නේ. හෙට මෙහෙට මාරු වෙන්න උවමනා නැහැ. මෙයා එක දෙයකට ස්පෙෂලායිස් වෙනවා. කාන්තිට තියෙන්නේ මහගෙන යන්න. එයාට වැඩේ ලේසි. එයා ටට්ටක් ගාලා මහනවා. සෝමට තියෙන්නේ මේ බටන් ටිකයි පොකට්ස් ටිකයි දරබඩ ගාලා අල්ලන්න. වැඩේ ලේසි. සමන්ට තියෙන්නේ දරබඩ ගාලා පැකේජ් කරන්න. එක කෙනාට එක දේවල් කරන්න නැහැ. තමන්ට එකකට ස්පෙෂලායිස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. අන්න එතනින් මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ? efficiency එක වැඩි වෙනවා. productivity එක වැඩි වෙනවා. අපි හිතමු කලින් කාන්ති ටී-ෂර්ට් 5යි දවසටම ඇව්වේ. දැන් මේ 4 දෙනාම එකතු වෙලා ටී-ෂර්ට්ස් 100ක් මහනව දවසට. හරිද? බලන්න කලින් කාන්ති දවසට එක්කෙනෙක් 5යි. දැන් මෙතන 4 දෙනයි ඉන්නේ. අපි තුමු 5 ගානේ 4 20ක් මහන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවට වඩා දැන් 100ක් මහන්න පුළුවන්. That's because of increase the productivity and efficiency, right? So here, that is the division of labor. Assigning different parts of a manufacturing process to different people in order to improve efficiency. Example, in the making of chair, tasks such as cutting wood, welding iron, cushioning, on පුටුවක් හදන පියවර තුනක් දීලා තියෙනවා. එකක් cutting wood, then welding iron and cushioning. cut කරා, iron ටික welding කරා, ඊට පස්සේ cushion එක ගැහුවා, පුටුව ඉවරයි. So it has been divided into separate sections. First one, wood cutting section, then welding section and cushioning section. අන්න ඒ විදිහට cutting section. Then එතන මෙහා පැත්තේ තියෙනවා here cutting section. එතන මෙහා පැත්තේ දානවා welding section. මෙතනින් පුටුවේ ඕන ලී ටික කට් කරලා ගත්තා. මේ පැත්තේ අයන් ටික welding කරා. structure එක හැදුවා. ඊට පස්සේ මෙතනට ඒ ටික assemble කරලා cushion එක ගහුවා. මෙතන cushioning. අන්තිමට එන්න ඕනේ කවුද? assembling section. ඒ ටික assemble කරන්නත් එපා. cutting, welding and cushioning. Then finally we can see the proper chair with cushion. right? So that is the division of labor. If it was not division of labor, one carpenter has to do all the activities: cutting, welding, cushioning, and assembling. But now each of these tasks can be allocated for each labor, right? So here separate sections and allocating people for these specific tasks. Cutting will allocate for Saman. Welding is allocated for Siripala. Cushioning for Amal. Assembling for Jinadas. Then they can complete the production process, right? So that is about division of labor. Then specialization. I told you with the division of labor, Samani is getting specialized for cutting, right? Samani is getting specialized for cut the woods. Because of now he is not doing all of the task, all of the chair producing process. Now he is doing only cutting. So he is getting specialized on cutting woods. Siripala is only doing welding part, then he is specializing on welding. Amal is specializing for cushioning part, then Amal is specialized on cushioning. And finally, Jinadasa is specializing on assembling the parts and producing the chair. So what is the specialization mean? We can become self-sufficient. That means we can do all the things that we want. Let's say we can cultivate. අපිට වගා කරගන්නත් පුළුවන් cultivate. We can fishing. අපිට ගිහිල්ලා අපිම ගිහිල්ලා මාළු අල්ලන් එනවා ගඟකින්. හරි මුහුදෙන්. ඊට පස්සේ අපිට ඕන හැමදේම අපිම කරගන්නවා. We call it self sufficient. Right? We can become self sufficient. ඊට පස්සේ අපිට ඕන foods ටික අපිම cook කරගන්නවා. Cooking. ඊට පස්සේ අපේ ගෙදර අපිම හදා ගන්නවා building මොනවා හරි වැඩේ හරියට වෙන්නේ නැහැ හැබැයි ඇයි ඔක්කොම අපිම කරගත්තොත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවනේ ගෙදර දේවල් හැම දෙයක්ම Taman තනියෙන් කරගත්තොත් අපි හිතමු ගේට් තමන්ම හදා ගන්නවා බැරි නෑ මොකක් හරි එකක් අටව ගනි හැබැයි ඒක සාර්ථක නෑ right ඊට පස්සේ අපි හිතමු ගෙදර තියෙන ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් ටික තමන්ම කරගන්නවා right so one person can become self sufficient but that he or she has to do all the things by himself him or herself right so that is the self sufficient අපිට ඕන clothes ටික අපිම මහා ගන්න swing clothes but that's not how it works then how අපිට ඉගෙන ගන්න තියෙනවා නම් අපිම අපේ ළමයින්ටත් අපිම උගන්වනවා teaching ඒ හැමදේම අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන් දව කළා ඉස්සර in age when it comes to ancient people they have done all the things by themselves hunting because at those time wands are very limited right wands are not grown much then they only have to hunt, that means take the food and cooking them and eating, and just the survival process. ගල් ගුහාවක කොහෙට හරි වෙලා කාලා බීලා ඇඳලා හිටියා ඔච්චරයි. ඇන්දෙත් නැහැ. කාලා බීලා හිටියා. But with the grown of wants, we have so many things to do by ourselves. අපිට තමන් විසින්ම ගොඩාක් දේවල් කරන්න එකතු වෙනවා. Then what we should do? Then we have to specialize on something. අපි බැලුවා මේ හැමදේම අපිම තනියෙන් කරගන්න එක හරියන්නේ නැහැ. අපි එකකට ස්පෙෂලායිස් වෙමු. අපි හිතමු හරි. එක්කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා දක්ෂයි නම් බිල්ඩින් හදන්න. එයා කන්ස්ට්‍රක්ෂන්ස් වලට ස්පෙෂලායිස් වෙනවා. එයා කන්ස්ට්‍රක්ෂන් වලට ස්පෙෂලායිස් වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ එයා එක ටාස්ක් එකක් විතරක් හරියට perform කරනවා. එයා අනිත් අයගේ බිල්ඩින්ග්ස් නුත් හදලා දෙනවා. එයා අනිත් අයගේ ගෙවල් නුත් හදනවා. මොකද එයා ඒකට දක්ෂයි. So what is the specialization mean? Instead of doing all the tasks that we can do, we have to perform only a task which we are talented on, right? So that is the specialization. Then now he can earn some income by building houses. Then from that income he can purchase foods. No need to cook again, because now he can purchase his own food. Food will purchase. Then එයාට අඳුම් මහ ගන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. With that income he can buy clothes. Clothes ගන්න පුළුවන් සල්ලි වලට. ළමයින්ට උගන්වන්න ඕනේ නැහැ යාම සල්ලි ගෙවලා උගන්වන්න පුළුවන් teaching. ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් වැඩ වලට වෙනම එක්කෙනෙක්ව ගන්න පුළුවන් සල්ලි ගෙවලා. දැන් එයා ගිහිල්ලා මාළු අල්ලන් එන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මාකට් එකෙන් ගන්න පුළුවන්. Then all these things can be done by the market, because now he or she has the money. Because why? Instead of doing all the things by himself, that he was specialized or he was performing one task, he can perform very well. That is the specialization. We'll see. Worker become a specialist by pursuing some special line of work or one specific sector. Worker become specialist by pursuing some special line of work or one specific sector. This is the benefit that a worker receives by pursuing some special line of work. තමන් එක දිගටම එක එකක් එකම දේ කරද්දී. අපි අර උදාහරණයක් ගත්තොත් අන්න here. Amali was specialized on cutting clothes after few months. Because why? She is doing some special line of task. Not all the tasks that he or she is specializing on something. Cutting clothes. Kanti is specialized on swing clothes. Soma is specialized on attaching, while Saman is specialized on packaging. That's how labors become specialized. Pursuing some special task instead of doing all the tasks. Right? That is the specialization. Worker become a specialist by pursuing some special task. And this is the benefit that a worker received by pursuing some special line of work. Division of labor leads to, actually, division of labor leads to specialization. Division of labor නිසා තමයි specialization එක ඇති වුනේ. ඇයි? මුලින්ම මම මේ උදාහරණයක් ගත්තේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට division of labor එක explain කරා. හැබැයි ඒකෙන්ම specialization වලටත් යන්න පුළුවන් කියලා මං කිව්වා. එහෙනම් division of labor නිසා specialization එක ඇති වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම specialization එක නිසා division of labor එකත් ඇති වෙනවා. හරිද? specialization එක නිසා තමයි division of labor ඇති වෙන්නේ. division of labor නිසා තමයි specialization ඇති වෙන්නේ. දෙන්නම දෙපැත්තට interrelated. Division of labor leads to specialization and vice versa. That means specialization leads to division of labor. Related concept with labor. Third one, benefits of division of labor. Right? Actually, no, that's not the. Yes. So we identify division of labor and specialization, and then benefits of division of labor. Right, refer tutorial. So I have to refer it. Right. What are the benefits of division of labor? We have to write down. Those can be identified as division of labor, benefits of division of labor or benefits of specialization. Both can be same. First one. Increase in productivity of the and reduce the production cost. Right, we know why. Because according to the last example, Kantiverse building, Kantiverse swing, only five units, 5 t-shirts per day. Now all of them together producing 100 of them. Now all of them together producing 100. So what happened? What has happened? The productivity has increased while production cost getting reduced. We'll write down first one. Increase productivity and reduce unit cost of production. In tutorial that you have space to write them down. Right, in tutorial that you have space to write them down. So we are discussing benefits of division of labor or benefits of specialization. Right, second one. Puta, you have to write it down in your tutorial page number. I don't know, this is an old tute. Here page number 14, maybe near that area. Right, it was given as D, point D, benefits of division of labor, or you can put it as benefits of specialization. So first one, increase productivity and reduce unit cost of production. Second one, maximum utilization of machinery, encourage large scale production. ළමයි, as I told you that they are performing each task by themselves. They are performing each task by themselves. Then they can utilize machineries. Here, because of large scale instead of small scale production, when it comes to large scale production, machinery can be utilized more and more. අපි ගත්තොත් ගෙවල් ගාව ඉන්න පොඩි ඇන්ටි කෙනෙක් මහනවා නම් මොනවා හරි රෙදි වගේක්. එයා මැෂින් එකක් මහන්න විතරයි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. ඒකටත් අනිවාර්යෙන් ඒකට ඕනේ නිසා. හරිද? හැබැයි එයා කවදා හරි එයා ටිකෙන් ටික දියුණු වෙලා large scale sector එකට ගියයින් පස්සේ, when the production become large scale, he or she can purchase machinery for cutting clothes. If you know, MAS Brandix, they are not using any manual or labor intensive tasks. They are mostly do their works through capital intensive. That means majority will be machineries. They have machines for cutting the clothes. I think මෙහෙම කතුරෙන් කපලා MAS එකේ අපිට MAS එකේ දවසට units 10000ක් විතර මහනවා. හරිද? units 10000ක් laborsලා 100ක් 200ක් units 10000ක් විතර මහද්දී ඒගොල්ලන්ට හැම එකම කතුරෙන් අතින් කප කප ඉන්න බෑ. They have separate machineries, right? They have separate machineries that they can use. And they have cutting machineries, they have swing machineries, they have machineries to attach buttons and pockets, and also even for packaging they have machineries, right? So when it comes to large scale production, they can use machinery for each task and increase the efficiency. That is a advantage of division of labor. So here, second one, maximum utilization. Maximum utilization of machinery and encourage large scale production. Third one, so with the division of labor, initially the productivity has increased, and then cost of production was reduced, or unit cost was reduced, and then maximum utilization of machinery and encourage large scale production. මේ division of labor කියන එක small scale production එකට වැඩක් නැහැ. small can very small නම් ඒ scale එක ඒකට වැඩක් නැහැ. මොකද large scale එකට තමයි ඒක push කරන්නේ. Large scale production, it promote large scale production instead of small scale production. Third one, allows opportunity for innovations. How it can be happen? How innovations can be happen? Allows opportunity for innovation. Because Wright brothers invented airplane at their first time, or when they specialized on that. When they specialized on that, they were specialized, and initially ඒගොල්ලෝ පළවෙනි පාරම airplane එක පළවෙනි උත්සාහයම හඳුන්ලා දුන්නේ. They were invented again and again. They were specialized on some certain area, As a result of that, the airplane was invented. We know Thomas Alva Edison was introduced bulb, not at his first effort. It was thousands of efforts, right? Why? Because when he doing the same thing, he become specialized through the division of labor, right? So as a result of that, finally he would be able to invent bulb, light bulb. And Mark Zuckerberg, when it comes to Facebook, it was not his first application. He has tried out 40 applications in past, but we know only Facebook. Why? Because it was the application that was only succeed. So as a result of that, the division of labor or specialization allows opportunity for innovations, right? Fourth one, it allows producers to design training programs. It was given, I think. Training programs to improve labor efficiency. Of each task. Right? It allows producers to design training programs to improve labor efficiency of each task. Because now, according to above example, Amali is not Amali. If Amali was an beginner, like if Amali was a beginner, that she is not need to train for all the production process. එයාව මේ හැම එකකටම ට්‍රේනින් කරන්න ඕන වෙන්නේ නැහැ. එයා බිගිනර් කෙනෙක් නම්. හරි ලේසි. අමාලි train කරන්න ඕනේ cutting section එකට විතරයි. Right? So she is only training for cutting section. So company would be, for the company, it is easy to conduct training programs. Why? Because Kanti is only specialized on swing section, right? No need to specialize on total production process. No need to provide a training for whole production process, only for the one production, one task, right? Only for the one task. Then it is easy to conduct training programs for laborers. Laborers ලව මුළු labor process එකටම මුළු production process එකටම specialize කරන්න උවමනාවක් නැහැ. ඒ labor කෙනෙක්ට තමන්ට අයිති task එකකට විතරක් specialize කරන task එකට විතරක් training එක දුන්නා නම් වාසි. අන්න ඒක තමයි මෙතනින් කියන්නේ. It allows producers to design training programs to improve labor efficiency of each task. Training කරන එකත් ලේසි වෙනවා division of labor and specialization නිසා. Next one. Maximum usage of skill and maximum usage of skills and ability. Right? Maximum usage of skills and ability. Because now laborers have specialized in their particular area. ඒගොල්ලෝ කැමති area එකට තමයි දැන් specialize වෙලා ඉන්නේ. ඔන්න එතකොට අපිට chance එක ලැබෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ company එකට chance එක ලැබෙනවා. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ maximum skills පාවිච්චි කරන්න. Right? So that's what it called maximum usage of skills and abilities. Right? That is also a benefit of division of labor. Next one. Number 6. Saving time and cost of training. Right? කාලය ඉතිරි වෙනවා. ඇයි? දැන් එක එක්කෙනාව මාරු කර කර ඉන්න ඕනේ නෑනේ ප්‍රොඩක්ෂන් එකට. මෙතන අපි බැලුවොත් මේ කලින් කාන්ති වැඩ කරද්දී නම් එයාට සිද්ධ වෙනවා එයා ඔක්කොම තනියෙන් කළානේ. එයාට සිද්ධ වෙනවා මේ එකින් එකට මාරු වෙවි. එයා මුලින්ම අපි මෙතන ක්ලෝත් එක කට් කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ස්විං කරනවා. buttons pockets attach කරනවා. packaging කරනවා. ඒ ඔක්කොම එයා දැන් කරන්න ඕනේ කලින්. එයා ඔක්කොම ඒකට ලොකු කාලයක් ගියා. දැන් එයාට තියෙන එක ටාස්ක් එකක් විතරයි. ඒ හින්දා එයාට ඉක්මනින් ඒ වැඩේ කරන්න පුළුවන්. right? දැන් අමාල්ට තියෙන්නේ කපාගෙන යන්න. machines උත් තියෙනවා දැන් ටක් ගාලා block එක දුන්නා. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැකලා තියෙනවද දන්නේ නැහැ MS එකේ Bendix එකේ තියෙනවා කෙලින්ම systemize කරලා තියෙන්නේ. හරිද? එතන block එකක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒ block එක computer එකට දෙනවා. දීලා ඒක setup කරපු ගමන් එක button එකකින් ඔක්කොම ටික කැපිලා යනවා. හරිද? හරි lazy. එතකොට ඒකෙන් කාලය ඉතිරි වෙනවා. මහා ණයට තමයි පොඩ්ඩක් ඉතින් වැඩ තියෙන්නේ. ඒක machines වලින් දිගටම යන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට මේ හැමදේම හැබැයි ඉක්මනින් සිද්ධ වෙනවා. එයාට එකින් තැනින් තවත් එකකට මාරු වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. එකම දෙයක් එයාට දිගින් දිගටම perform කරන්න පුළුවන්. right? එතකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? කාලය ඉතිරි වෙනවා. time will save and production would be efficient. Right now, saving time and cost of training. Cost of training become less. Number 7. Management controls. When it comes to large scale, for each production, each task can be hand over to managers. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා එක task එකෙන් task එකට managers ලා ඉන්නේ පොඩි companies වලද ලොකු companies. Marketing manager, finance manager, accountant, HRM, human resource manager, and logistic managers. When companies getting large scale, when companies getting under division of labor, එක sector එකට කඩලා ඒ හැම එකටම management එකක් දානවා. manager කෙනෙක්ව දානවා. We call it management control. So it can be happen under division of labor. And number 8, increase in efficiency. Efficiency එක වැඩි වෙනවා. ඒක නම් කීප වතාවක්ම කියවුණා maximum utilization of machinery. ඕන ඒක වෙනම ලියමු. එතන ඉඩ මදි වෙයිද දන්නේ නැහැ පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න. ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ පොතේ ඉඩ මදි වුණොත් එතන යටින් ලියන්න. Increasing efficiency. Tute එකේ ඉඩ මදි වුණොත් යටින් ලියා ගන්න. Last one, number 9. Increasing mobility of labor. What does that mean? Increasing mobility of labor means, let's say one labor was absent or one labor is going to resign, that we have to replace that labor with the same skilled labor, right? So labor mobility has increased because now he or she has specialized in certain area. So he or she can specialize in certain area, and the mobility has been increased, that he can transfer to same area. If there was another company, let's say MAs and Brandix, both are kind of same type of companies, apparel. So one labor who was specialized on cutting section in MAs can be take a job opportunity in Brandix if the salaries is high, right? If it was a higher salary, the labor can transfer to other job. So the increasing the mobility of labor, right? Those are the 9 benefits of division of labor. We'll read them again. So I think you have to write them down first. And then we'll come for it again. Right? Write them down. Right. What are those again? First one, increase in productivity and reduce unit cost of production. Second one, maximum utilization of machinery and encourage large scale production. Third one, allows opportunity for innovations. I'll highlight important areas, that would be better, I think. Because those are the most repetitive corrections. What are the benefits of division of labor? That is repeatedly asked for the examination. Increasing productivity, reduce unit cost, utilization of machinery, innovations will be created, easy to train laborers, design training programs, saving time, cost of training become less, increasing efficiency, increasing mobility. Highlight them. Right. Then the next topic is demerits of division of labor. Right. They were in tutorials. Here, demerits of division of labor. By doing the same work continuously, labor can make then continuously can make the worker bored and reduce labor productivity. With the increasing, with the initially the productivity has increased. අපි හැම එකකදී එහෙමයි ළමයි. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඕන දෙයක් මුලින් කරද්දි ටික 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 productivity එක වැඩි වෙනවා. හැබැයි කාලයක් ගියයින් පස්සේ අපිට ඒක එපා වෙලා ආයි productivity එක අඩු වෙන්න පටන් ගන්නවා. හරිද? ඔන්න ඔය අඩු වෙන කෑල්ල තමයි මෙතනින් කියන්නේ. Right. So here, first one, by doing the same work continuously again and again, doing the same task, make worker bored. එයාට එපා කරනවා, කම්මැලි කරනවා. And reduce labor productivity. Right. කාලයත් එක්ක එයාට ඒක ඇති වෙනවා. ඊළඟ. Due to the interdependency between task, that mean every task was interdependent. ඇයි? දැන් මෙතන ගත්තොත් මේ බලන්නකෝ. කට් කළොත් විතරයි ස්විං කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. ස්විං කරොත් විතරයි attach කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. අපි හිතමු මේ හතර දෙනා විතරයි මේ කම්පැනි එකේ ඉන්නේ. මොකක් හරි වෙලා අමාලි ඇබ්සන්ට් වෙනවා. අමාලි රිපෝට් කරන්නේ නැහැ වැඩට. දැන් මොකද වෙන්නේ? කට් කරන්න කවුරුත් නැහැ. කාන්ති කට් කරන්න දන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙනම් ප්‍රොඩක්ෂන් ප්‍රොසෙස් එක මොකද වෙන්නේ? මෙතනින් එහාට හෝල්ඩ් වෙනවා. අන්න ප්‍රශ්නය. Interdependency between tasks can be inefficient, can be lead for inefficient production. Due to the interdependency between tasks, failure in one task can impact the entire production process. Right? එක්කෙනෙක් ආවේ නැත්තම් හරි, එක්කෙනෙක්ට අසනීප වුණොත් හරි, එක්කෙනෙක් ඇවිල්ලා වැඩේ වැරද්දුවොත් හරි. එතනින් එහාට production process එකම අවුල් යනවා. Third one. Risk of task related sickness. එකම දේ ආයි කරද්දි දැන් ඔය labor operators ලට machine operators ලට තියෙන ප්‍රධානම අවුලක් තමයි ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ කොන්දේ අමාරු. ඇයි? දවසම වාඩි වෙලා අරක ඇඳුම් මහ ඉඳිද්දී ඒගොල්ලන්ට කොන්දේ අමාරු වෙනවා. ඒ back pain කියන එක ඒගොල්ලන්ට නවත්තන්න බෑ. ඒක නැවතත් ඇති වෙනවා. ඇයි? ඒගොල්ලෝ ඉන්න position එක නිසා. Right? That's what we call task related sickness. එතනදි විතරක් නෙමෙයි. machine operators වලට කියන්නේ garments වල machine operators වල විතරක් නෙමෙයි, ගොඩාක් අයට ඕක තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක්. සමහර laborers ලට එක්කෝ දැන් teachers ලා ගත්තොත් දවසම හිටගෙන. හරිද? උදේත් හිටගෙන ආපහු house classes වලත් හිටගෙන අන්න එතකොට දනිස්සලා මාරු වෙනවා. නැත්තම් ආපහු ඔය teachers අපි හිතමු කාලයක් teach කරද්දි අර හයියෙන් කතා බහ කරනවා වැඩි නම් උගුරේ operation එකක් වගේ කරන්න වෙනවා. අන්න ඒ වගේ task related sickness එකක් ඇති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Workers find it difficult to change their job due to narrow specialization. ඇත්ත ළමයි. ඒකනේ ඔය හිතන්නකෝ එක දැන් අවුරුදු 25ේදී අපි ජොබ් එකකට යනවා කියලා හිතන්නකෝ 23ේදී වගේ 23ේදී වගේ ජොබ් එකකට ගියායින් පස්සේ අවුරුදු 30 වෙනකන් ඔයා ඒකේ හිටියොත් ඔයාට අවුරුදු 30න් පස්සේ හිතුනොත් ජොබ් එක මාරු කරන්න ඕනි කියලා අන්න එතනදී ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇති වෙනවා. ඇයි? දැන් ඔයාට ජොබ් එක මාරු කරනවා නම් ඔයා හැමදේම අලුතෙන් පටන් ගන්න. එහෙනම් ඊට පස්සේ අපි හිතමු දැන් අර මැෂින් ඔපරේටර් කෙනෙක් කවුරු හරි. මෙතන ඉන්න මැෂින් ඔපරේටර් කෙනෙක්ට හිතෙනවා මේක හරියන්නේ නැහැ ජොබ් එක මාරු කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා. දැන් එයාට ස්කිල් එකක් විදියට තියෙන්නේ that she has only the skill is limited to cutting clothes. That if she wants to do a job or if she wants to change the position, that she has to find same cutting position at somewhere else. Otherwise, she has to start at the beginning. That would be a problem, right? So, in the development of labor, sorry, workers find it difficult to change their jobs due to narrow specialization. Fifth one, hinder personal development. Why? Because he or she specialized only about certain area. එයා එක දෙයක් විතරයි දන්නේ. කලින් තිබ්බනම් අපි හිතමුකෝ අර කාන්ති මුලින් ඉඳන් එයා total production process එක ගැනම idea එකක් තිබ්බනම් එයාට අයින් වෙලා වෙනම business එකක් දාගන්න පුළුවන්. ඇයි? එයා දන්නවා cutting එක වෙන්නේ කොහොමද, swing එක වෙන්නේ කොහොමද, attachment එක යන්නේ කොහොමද, packaging වලට යන්නේ කොහොමද. හැබැයි දැන් එක්කෙනෙක් මේ cutting වලට විතරක් specialize වුණාට පස්සේ එයා අයින් වෙලා තව හොයාගන්නත් ඕනේ cutting job එකක්ම තමයි. නැත්නම් එයාට අලුතෙන් production එකක්, අලුතෙන් business එකක් පටන් ගන්න විදියක් නැහැ. ඇයි? එයා මේ අනිත් දේවල් ගැන දන්නේ නැහැ. අන්න ඒකදී අපි කියනවා personal level. ඒකනේ ඔය ගොඩාක් machine operators ලට ඔය මේ garments වල ඉන්න අයට high salary scales වලට යන්න බෑ. ඇයිද? ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒකටම specialize වෙලා ඕන supervisor කියන තැනට යන්න පුළුවන්. එතනින් එහාට යන්න හැකියාවක් නැහැ. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ අපි හිතමු qualifications අඩුයි එකක්. අනිත් එක තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ එක පොඩි දෙයකට තමයි specialize වෙලා ඉන්නේ. එතනින් ඒගොල්ලන්ට අලුත් දෙයක් කරන්න බෑ. Hinder personal development of workers. You have to write down another one, number 6. Here, interdependency can be write as again dependency upon each task. Dependency upon each task. And the sixth one, I'll write sixth one from here. You have to write it down from the bottom. Lack of responsibility. Lack of responsibility. Number 7, administrative difficulties or industry disputes. Industrial disputes. What does mean lack of responsibility? Why? Because there is no any responsible person for total task, right? ඔක්කොම මුළු production task එකටම responsible කවුරුත් නැහැ. මෙයා responsible cutting වලට, මෙයා swing වලට, attaching packaging. අන්තිමේදී එළියට ඇවිල්ලා අපි හිතමු production එකේ fault එකක් තිබ්බොත්. මොකක් හරි production එකේ fault එකක් තිබ්බොත් ඒකට responsible කවුරුත් මෙතනින් හොයාගන්න අමාරුයි. Right? Lack of responsibility, because each one was responsible for each task, not for the entire production process. And the seventh one is industrial disputes. Because of that, they are specialized on narrow area, their salaries are not getting increased. Right? Their salaries are not getting increased gradually. Only a small salary increment per year or per annum or per 2 years. Right? So the increase in their employee benefits also kind of less. Their salaries are also less. But because of that, they can see that upper management, top management will receive high scale of bonus, high salaries. Then they will collect for trade unions. ඒගොල්ලෝ trade unions හදාගෙන එතනින් එක එක අපි හිතමු pickets කරන්න ඔය මොනවා හරි වැඩ වර්ජන වගේ දේවල් වලට යොමු වෙනවා. right? ඒක තමයි අපි කියන්නේ industrial disputes. Lack of responsibility, sixth one. Seventh one, industrial disputes. Right? Right, those two, because it's not in the tutorial. 6th and 7, you have to write them down at the bottom of page or after 5th point. Right? Next one. For your knowledge, payment for the physical and mental effort, or that means payment for the labor, can be identified as wage. Now we know two payments or two returns of two resources. For land, it was rent. Now labor, it is wage or salary. This is also can be considered as employment income. Employment income will be wage. Then capital, right? In tutorial, I think you can see there are some questions, right? There are some questions. So I'll put the question number and then you have to write them in your booklet, in your writing book, and send those to me. When I mention this would be a homework, I'll send the homework to the group. I think the newcomer wasn't added to that group. I'll add her and or send personally those what would be the homework after receiving tutorial. Then capital.